Hello and welcome to another update video about ADA. Yeah, ADA is now really performing well. Yeah, it's performing well. I already updated the channel members about this substructure count in the previous video. I think we talked. Did we talk about it as well? Can't remember. I think we did. I think we did talk about this structure in the previous video. But what we didn't talk about is which level the wave 4 needs to hold, because in the previous video we talked about what this wave 3 could do, and I think it, let me just double check, I think it actually reached our target. So we took the length of the wave 1, go to the low of the wave 2. Wow, I mean, I remember we talked about the 39.2 cent level as the 3.618 extension as the next target, and that was also reached. So extremely happy with that, because it was also the previous wave 2 high we highlighted. Yeah, so it got rejected there. It was a very extended third wave anyway, and we are now coming down in the fourth. And I already indicated to the channel members on Discord and Telegram that this would be an area we should now get into in a wave 4, and that wave 4 had started, and it has started. What it now needs to do to give us, with a high likelihood, a fifth wave to the upside is it needs to hold the 37.48 or 37.5 cent level. That's quite important, okay? It seems like we're coming down a bit, and that's not a surprise. We just about broke the minimum requirement for a fourth wave. So again, that's not a surprise, you know. You would expect after such an increase, the wave 4 to go at least, or ideally, to the 38.2 fib level at 37.9 cents. That's normally the ideal target you would expect for such a fourth wave. Yeah, that's where we are. I mean, what you can do is, and that's micro counting, you know, don't think it's super reliable, but a lot of people asked for another ADA update today, made 2 already, which is typically what I do anyway, but for a third one here, due to the impressive price action we did after we hit our support area and turned around. Yeah, we did post that signal actually, or an update on Twitter and Insta today as well. Obviously after it was already rallying, right? And one comment there that, you know, you always post it after it happened. No, we didn't. Well, we posted, but we talked about it all of I wouldn't say all of last week, but last week about this is the support area. It's going to turn around here with the high likelihood. At least we should get a bounce there. Yeah, because you never know if it eventually will follow through. But yeah, it's great to see that. Now it's coming back. Now we could say, okay, maybe this was an A wave of the wave 4. We moved up in a B wave, and then we should come down now in the C wave. And just to give a rough idea of what the target might be here, A to the B, and then the target would be, we talk about here, 38.1 cent, just by measuring the length of the wave 4. Yeah, the length of the A wave, 38.1, or, and that would be the extended targets of the 1.618 extension, we talk about 37.6 cents. But in a structure like this, you would expect sort of 38.1, or you would say here 37.9, which is the 38.2 fib level. So I pay attention to those targets, unless it finishes already here, yeah, because it reached the 23.6 fib, but it briefly broke it, but now stops at the 61.8 extension, which is also not an uncommon target for a C wave, right? And if you just lost track of what I talk about here with ABC, just you know, a wave 4 consists typically of 3 waves, so we would consider this an A wave, this a B wave, this a C wave at this stage. Let me just change the wave degree. Oh, come on. And that would finish off the fourth wave. Now, we need to keep an open mind here, because the wave 2 was quite a sharp correction, okay, a zigzag. So basically a 5-3-5 pattern. So we need to keep an open mind that the wave 4 could become a sideways correction, that it might do a triangle, that the ABC will only be the first wave of a triangle. Yeah, so you always need to expect that when a wave 2 was sharp, at least you need to have in mind that it could become something like this. A, so A, B, C, and A, B, C, D, E. That's how a triangle would subdivide, and that we could get this, right? It's a bit too early to talk about that, but we need to highlight that potential, that it could become something like that. So if we, come down, maybe hit those targets are indicated, we move up, don't make a higher high, and then sort of move sideways a bit, be aware this could be an Elliott wave triangle. Not uncommon in a wave 4, and very frequent when the wave 2 was a sharp correction. So we would then afterwards expect the wave 5 of 3, then another 4 and a 5. So it should still cascade higher, right? So this video is really just about talking about the substructures. I discussed everything else in the previous video, also what, the overall pattern it could be embedded in, so feel free to check that out. But really just want to talk about the subwaves here. What else? Is there anything else to highlight? No, I mean, what we need to sort of roughly expect is that wave 3 is obviously a very much extended wave here. So you typically would expect eventually wave 1 and wave 5 to have similar length. But ideally it would still break above the wave 3. So we'll see. First of all, we need to get an understanding, is the wave 4 going to be a triangle? Now we won't really know that until it finishes this ABC and then starts to move up. I think the point is here, after the C wave is finished, to expect further continuation. But if the upside is only corrective, only in 3 waves, and you see it doesn't really create an impulse in the 5th wave, then keep in mind it's probably a triangle. Because what you would expect after a corrective pattern is complete, you need to see 5 waves up. If we don't, and we only see 3, we see it's going to struggle, it's, rather corrective, it doesn't make a new high, then it's probably going to subdivide further into an Elliott wave triangle. So that's going to be interesting tomorrow. And hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.